Okay, welcome to The Legend of Zelda, Twilight Princess, Episode 5. Now, we're about to go to Hyrule, or at least, we're about to, be told we're about to go to Hyrule, but once again we run into some problems, so be patient. Right now we have to finish our, morning chores, I guess you could say. As we did earlier, we play Epona's song to call Epona. And we need to round up the goats. This time there's 20 instead of 10, so it's a little bit harder, but don't worry, it's not going to be really tricky or anything like that. This might take a little more time. Forgotten the controls for this. They're pretty basic. Just chase the goats and then press A to scare them in. Don't do it too often. Don't whoop too often, or you'll wind up getting them annoyed, and they'll turn around and charge at you. And if you do it just right, you can get a whole bunch in at once. But it's not like you get extra points for getting them in one at a time. It just makes it go a little faster, so don't get too annoyed if you can't get too many in at once. Now you can get high scores in this and everything. It makes it a sort of mini game, but it's not required to get a certain. You're not required to get a certain score to beat the game. So don't worry too much about it. Missed one. All right. Okay. So now we're supposed to head over to the mayor's place. So we just jump this fence. Now you may remember that we jumped a fence earlier. Now this has slightly injured Epona here. We haven't noticed it yet, but trust me, Leia there will make sure we notice. Or whatever her name is. Now, you may remember we didn't tell anyone what happened in the forest, so nobody knows that the reason she got injured is because we were jumping fences in there, not just for the fun of it. So that's why she's so angry at us. So, of course, now we've got to go get our horse. Okay, well, if you haven't already noticed, things never really go as planned in this game, so never get too excited and think you're about to beat a level, because it's when you get excited that you find out you're wrong. Okay, we gotta help this kid get in there. Now these kids are mad because they got in trouble. So we just need to distract them by giving them our sword. Now don't worry, we'll get a new sword sooner or later. And we're not going to need that one for a while. And now this kid is going to go explain to Leia what really happened to our horse. And once she's calmed down enough, we can talk to her and get our horse back. So even though that might seem like a nice sword, don't get too upset about giving it up, because we need to do that. Okay. Now, as I mentioned in episode 1, there's a hole somewhere around over here that you need to crawl through. To crawl through a hole, simply walk up to it and press the A button when it flashes with the letter, word enter. Sometimes in holes you might find money, such as that. And whenever you come up to a place where you can change your direction, just tilt the joystick in the direction you want to go in. Once you have your direction, you simply tilt the joystick forward to crawl forward. Now the water of this spring apparently is magic. If you stand in it, it can heal you. And that's what happened to our horse here. Okay, so she's happy with us again. And we got our horse, and everything's back to normal, and... Scratch that. Run! Or not. Tried to warn him. Find out more about that guy later. Now, of course, being Joe gets up and looks around, realizes what happened, and chases after them without asking for help or thinking it through or anything like that. So, one small problem. Make that a big problem. Okay, we are now in the Twilight realm, being examined by a creature we'll learn more about later. Ow. Well, that's a first for the Legend of Zelda series.